Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's keep talking about anxiety. So, in the last video, we talked about how anxiety is the physical symptom of your brain assessing a threat. So, what is a threat? Well, as we age, the brain takes in tons of information from our experiences, interprets it, and then starts to build a database of those interpretations. It then groups these interpretations together in order to develop beliefs about ourselves and the world around us. Now, these beliefs drive our thoughts and our feelings. So the brain then uses this database to interpret and assess all new information it receives and continues to add to the database, including what is and what isn't a threat. So, threats are physical, emotional, or mental danger, and they can be obvious or perceived. So, what is the difference between the two? Well, let me give you some examples. So, an obvious threat would be a man with a gun, but it could also be coming home at the age of 17 with a wrecked car. The threat is imminent and most likely going to happen. There's a very small possibility that it won't happen. Now, perceived threats are a little trickier because from a protection standpoint, it makes sense to protect yourself from any kind of danger. However, perceived threats are not necessarily going to happen. They fall more into that prepare for the worst but hope for the best scenario, which isn't my favorite, but I'll get into that in another video. So perceived threats are like, let's see here, fearing people would judge me or laugh at me. They are most likely not going to happen, but I have a fear that it will. And so it is in fact a threat. If I'm going into a situation that it could potentially happen, then that situation is now the threat. So now, regardless of whether it's an obvious threat or a perceived threat, the brain will respond to any of it the same way. It is in fact a threat, unless we teach it to do something different. So I want you to start to think about how much of your anxiety is coming from obvious threats versus perceived threats. And then I'm going to talk about how to handle perceived threats in the next video. So I hope you have a great day, and please like, subscribe, follow so the algorithm is kind and shares my videos with other people. And always remember, spread love.